Let's take a look at the questions on homework number 12. So the first one is to plot some points to help you get ready for this next unit. Remember, the first value is the x-coordinate. That's on the horizontal x-axis. So we're going to move to -8 on the x-axis. Then we're going to move to the y-coordinate value of +7. And we're going to place our point and submit our answer. Again, you move left or right first. So I'm going to move to +3 on the x-axis, but 0 up and down on the y. So I'm actually going to be on the axis. Last one, 0, 5 means 0 left or right, but 5 on the y-axis. Another point on the number line. The next topic is to identify the point. This point is given to you, and you type the x and y coordinates for that value. So it lines up with -6 on the x-axis, and it lines up with -7 on the y-axis. Again, left or right first. So -6, -5. Last one, -4, -5. Okay, now we're going to name the angles of a shape by using the correct letters. And we like to name them either forwards or backwards using 3 letters or using just the vertex, the corner letter. So it says name the marked angle in 2 different ways. So the marked angle is just this skinny space right in here. Just right in here. So when I trace here, I could call it J, I, K, right? As I'm tracing, I go from J to I to K. So that is one way I can name the angle. J, I, K. Another way that I can name the angle is to go in the reverse order. Starting from K, I can go K to I to J. K to I to J. But what I cannot do is just name it with the letter I. Because how do I know if it's this part of I? Or how do I know if it's that part of I? Or if it's the whole angle here? So we're going to name it in forward, J-I-K, and then in reverse, K-I-J. So you can use 3 letters to name it forwards or backwards. So this angle here would be, if I trace, L-J-I. L-J-I. Or reverse, I-J-L. But I never touch K. So that's not part of my answer. Again, you can name your angle 3 ways by tracing forwards by starting at the vertex J-I-K, or reverse, K-I-J. The next topic is to identify the angles with the correct terminology here using the numbers. So, which angle number represents an adjacent angle to EHD? Well, first you need to find angle EHD. So that's angle 6. I want an angle that is adjacent to that value. So they're looking for a number, so I have to use 5. 5 is the only angle that's adjacent to it. So is angle H, but they're using H in here, so they want the numbers. So we're going to say angle 5. Or do they want 3 letters? Oh, that's good. Okay. If LRK, so I'm going to take some notes here. If angle LRK is 74 degrees, what is the measure of angle KRM? That's 2. Well, these 2 angles make a linear pair, so they have to add up to 180 degrees. So we already have 74, so we need 6 to get to 80 and 100 to get 180. So we need 106. Let's try a few more there. Sorry. Find the measure of the missing angles. All right. So if this angle is 126, so is B, because they're vertical. And if this angle is 126, the angle adjacent to it has to add up to 180. So I need 54 degrees. Use your calculator to help you out. Find the measure of the missing angle. Well, I know what that box means. That box means that this whole angle is 90 degrees. So if I already have 25, then I need 65 more. 65 to make 90. Find the missing angle. Again, these are complementary, or they add to 90, so I need 37 more degrees. Next one here, we have two vertical angles, so C is 122, and B and 122 are adjacent linear pair. So they have to add up to 180 degrees, right? They make a linear pair. So I need 58. Oops, 58. All right, next topic. Two-step equations. We've been working on this for quite some time. So on your scrap paper, you're going to copy each question, and you're going to use inverse operations to isolate that variable. You start with the constants first always. It makes it easier. And then you divide by the coefficient last. Don't forget to divide by exactly this number, and watch your signs. That's a -1. So B is -1. Again, let's try this one more time. Watch your signs here. So when I copy my question, this is my constant. So I'm going to clear that first. And I know you don't see it, but there's actually a 1 in there. So I'm dividing by -1 this time. Use your calculator to help you with your integer signs so that you don't get these incorrect. Let's take a look at one last question here. So our constant is 3.2. We're going to add that to both sides. And use your calculator for this last part. Remember, the inverse of division is multiplication. So we're going to multiply both sides by 0.5. So we've got 5.8 times 0.5. And don't be afraid to use that calculator. I'm going to type that in, 2.9. Excellent. And that's it. Same inverse operations, just using your calculator for those rational values. Good luck.